Well, folks, welcome back. Marvel Heroes 2015 edition. This is your host, ID Jester. We're playing as Black Widow. Yes, the Black Widow. And we've got quite a few interesting things with her. So, let's go ahead and review her. First things first, look how big she is. Here's Spider-Man. Look how big she is. In fact, let's compare her to Thor there. We can zoom in and you can see how big she is compared to Thor. We've got quite a few things going on with her, which is kind of interesting. We actually have several things that are making her that large. We have this apocalyptic armor, which is a unique item. You can see visual size increase. And we actually have an item here, the Crimson Crystal of Cryorat, which is also giving us visual size increase. And then, of course, we got the Prim Growth Serum, which is also giving us a size increase. So we are really big, which is kind of cool because we kind of stand out. In fact, I was playing last night with her, and there was another Black Widow on, and we were like double the size of the other one. That was so funny. I was just running around with her. I should have recorded it. Hopefully we'll come across someone else today. Anywho, she is level 52. We have got her upgraded from about level 42 to level 52 here in the last yesterday and today. And you see she's got just about everything we could ask for right now. We've got some unique items for her across the board. Cosmic Ring, of course, our U-Forged there. We do have a legendary pot of gold on her. We do have her costume upgrades and her cosmic core there. You can see we get a little bit of health regen. So what I've been kind of focusing in on is some of the things that kind of been going together with her. You can see she's got this combat knife, which is giving us a cost reduction of 9% for powers. We also have the Apocalyptic armor. That's why I decided to choose this, because it gives us a 7% spirit cost reduction in powers. And I think there is something else. I know our medallion here is giving us from Magneto a 21% spirit cost reduction in powers. So if we actually go into our stats here, you can see that our power cost change is minus 37.4%. So we can spam out a lot of powers, which is very, very important for us because of the build I put together for this character. If we look at her powers here, her basic powers are really kind of just generic, shoot the pistol, punch them, whatever. I really like this Stinging Barrage power. But you notice it's not a basic power, it actually takes spirit. So we can basically, what I've been doing is getting all the items and everything that's going to work together to give us some spirit reduction, so that way we can keep this Stinging Barrage power going for as long as possible. You can see we've gotten a lot of bonuses. We have 17 ranks in it. We put 17 ability points, but our total is 32. So we're getting quite a big boost from all our items and stuff. All the items I've been collecting. So basically everything we do is around this Stinging Barrage power. It does some pretty good damage. But the thing is, it's got a awesome rate of fire. It has 12 per second. You can see that there. And of course, if we can put a few more points or get some more ranks in it, we can even get more out. Her signature power is this Twilight Cloaking device, which is really cool. It's kind of like the Max Payne bullet time, where it slows all the enemies down and they kind of ignore you. It gives you a bunch of buffs and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. And then we really like this grenade power and our micro drones. So basically our modus operandi is the other thing is we also have this Widow's Kiss. Basically it's like a debuff, and it makes them become vulnerable. So we spray that in their faces, and then we roll out our grenades and we drop our bombs on their head. It's kind of hard to see the bombs. And then we will just light them up with our stinging barrage, and if need be, then we'll activate our cloaking device. Pretty much that is all we use. Once in a while we use our coup de grace there, and that does a pretty good amount of damage as well. So let's see how she plays out here, as we have actually got a Halloween buff going on where we got to go kill the Kingpin in the Fist Tower. Unfortunately, we won't get another cube shard for a while, but that's alright. Let's check her out in action here. So again, we'll spray them, throw out our little grenades, up our bombs. You see our bombs coming in, and if need be, there is our gun. And you can see why I love this thing. It is amazingly good. You can see our spirit basically doesn't go down very fast at all with this. We can keep this going for quite a while, and that's why we're keeping our spirit regen real high and our power cost reduction real high. That way it doesn't cost us very much to be able to use this power. Problem is we've lost a little bit of health regen doing this. We don't have a real good health regen. We're kind of still a little squishy. That's alright. We do a lot of damage, and we can kind of take them out, enemies out pretty easily. So we'll spray them with our thing, drop our gun, or drop our now we're going to activate our signature power here. So, there we go. Kind of here it's now switched to like bullet time. Everything's gone real slow. They kind of ignore us here. Well, that's for about 20 seconds, and we get a much better critical hit rating. The other thing with this stinging barrage is it looks like it goes right through enemies. So if I can get them lined up properly, like let's see if we can try and get a couple like that. It was perfect. We'll drop our grenades and we'll throw our... And then of course the best thing is, one of the best things about her, is when we use our little roll forward power. Where is it? Yes. We become stealth, and we can literally, if I wanted to, I could just stealth all the way through, and we'll go ahead and show you next level. We'll go ahead and stealth all the way through this. None of these guys are even, oh well, they're gonna know Spider-Man's here, but they won't know that we're here. We'll have to wait till Spider-Man gets knocked out, and then we'll see a couple of these guys are in line there, taking lots of damage. That's cool. Get a shield agent to come help us now because of one of our unique items. And actually, she's been really kind of a pretty good character to play now. I wasn't too impressed with her earlier, and I hadn't played her in a while, and I've been trying to go back and accept some of the characters I haven't played in a while. Okay, Spider-Man, can you... We can't send you away, okay. Let's show you guys stealth here. Which is really helpful because when you run low on health, if you go on stealth mode, they don't know where you're at, they can't see you, they can't shoot you. So it gives you a chance to get away from danger. And being how big like this, it's easy to spot her in a crowd. I love the little bomb drops. Look at them. Yeah, perfect. And these are our frag grenades. So, see, we're doing pretty good damage. Energy damage, 1726. And then 3611 twice per second for 5 seconds. And we throw out 5 grenades. And of course our micro drones, 12 of them for 3,000 to 4,000 each. So we can rock it. Both of them have a pretty short cooldown. I can pretty much spam these out as need be. There's only like about a 2-second drop off in our time there.
You'll never take me alive.
So what's really cool about Black Widow, like I mentioned, is her whole stealth. Spider-Man, stop shooting. I'm trying to talk here, buddy. Yo, dude, stop shooting. I'm trying to talk. You won't listen.
You'll scare me.
Okay, kill this last guy so I can talk. Thank you. Alright. Poor folks at home can't hear us. So, like I was mentioning, the cool thing about her was the silent killer where she turned stealth. So every time I use my little roll, I stay stealth for a little bit. And so I got one of these trick-or-treats yesterday to go kill Dr. Doom. And those of you who played this game know the Dr. Doom level is huge and there's a bazillion monsters on it. So basically, all I didn't have my team up with me at the time. I basically just stealth and walked all the way through that whole level. Didn't have to fight a single one. And you can see I'm basically doing the same thing here. And all the way till I got to Dr. Doom at the very end. So that is very cool power to have that ability to just stay stealth. None of the enemies know where you're at. You can see I don't have any problem worrying about running out of spirit or anything, and I'm stealth right now, so if there's enemies around, they wouldn't know I'm here. I could just walk right by them, and that's basically what I did. In fact, I did that with Mandarin and Doom, because both of these levels are extremely long and they're hugely populated with lots of monsters, lots of enemies. So it could take you 20 minutes to fight through that level if you wanted, especially the Dr. Doom one. Alright, we're going to bullet time here.
Why don't you stick around?
Drop some more on his head. There you go. Up some of those. How about a little bit of that? Some more of this. Oh no, stupid, what's his face? I don't think so, dude.
And now you will fall.
Finn, you're going down, buddy. I hate to tell you this.
This defeat means nothing.
That's right. And that's how it's done. Just like that, folks. What do we have here? Idol of something or another. Got a unique there. That's nice. Interesting enough, I think there's basically, what I found is that there's basically like 2 different items for each spot for each character. And basically for this character, there's a combat knife that goes in this spot, or there's like a holster you can put in this spot. And they each do different things. And the same thing goes with this. This is an explosive pack, and then there's something else. And then, of course, we have this shield issue gauntlets or the other item. I've actually got all the different items for her different spots, and I've been kind of comparing, and we'll see that here in just a second. It might be a little easier for me to show you than try to explain it to you. Oh, let's compare her. Compare her to everybody else. Look at that. Everybody's so small, dicky. Look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man comes up to her boobies. Oh my gosh. Wolverine, you're just all little. It's funny. I had to do it because I got like one that was like size increase, and then so I was like, well, let's do another one, and let's do another one, just so we can be really big. In fact, we're probably as big as, not quite as big as Juggernaut. Oh, too bad. All right. So, anyways, what I was talking about here is, let's see if I can find where I was keeping her items. So, you can see here, she either has a combat knife that you can put in this spot, or you have this holster. And so each one does different things that can help. I almost thought about putting the holster in just because of the spirit cost of minus 18%, which is really going to help us there. The problem is we got plus 5 ranks in of all of our weaponry powers, and of course our weaponry power is back to our Stinging Barrage, and of course our cloaking signature power, and our coup de grace. The thing with this is it actually gives us 3 ranks of Widow's weaponry powers, so we'd only be losing 2 ranks of weaponry powers. But you see that our combat knife also gives us 9% spirit reduction. So it would give us an extra minus 9% spirit cost, give us a little bit of extra spirit, but we lose a couple ranks of weaponry. So I haven't really figured out if that's which one of these items that I want. The second thing is we have this, I don't know if this is like a mace or something, Yelena's Bite. And the other item that would fit in there, of course, is the twin Glock pistols. And again, they both kind of do the same thing. The thing with this Yelena's Bite is it is actually, look at that, 6 ranks of Stinging Barrage, which is our main attack, 7 ranks of Coup de Grace, and 6 ranks of Widow's Kiss, which are all 3 of the powers we use. The Coup de Grace, the Stinging Barrage, and of course the Widow's Kiss. So having that item in there is pretty good for us. If we were to switch it out with the twin Glock pistols, we get some extra damage rating and some attack speed. So critical, brutal damage. Have a 4% chance to cause your target to bleed. We get plus 2 ranks of all powers. The problem is it gives us 4 ranks of red room reflexes and 7 ranks of coup de grace. Like I mentioned, we don't use coup de grace that much. It's kind of a one-shot thing. And I don't know, I think the here's the red room reflexes is basically a passive power. So, yeah, again, that might fit into the build for our character as well. So, I mean, that's an option as well. And now, let's go on to find the others items that I was storing for her. Here we are. So we got another holster. We got another pistol. Obviously, these are a little lower level. We got a couple more of these Yelena's Bites. They just don't have as much ranks in them. The last thing, remember I was telling you there's 2 items for each different spot. The last item, or the last spot, I guess I should say, is either Gloves of the Siberian Winter or the Shield Issued Gauntlets. And you can see each one of those has their own advantages and disadvantages. The 4 ranks of Black Widow's spycraft powers is pretty good. It gives us an extra intelligence. It gives us a 5% chance to hit with a melee power to electrocute enemies. We are not using any melee powers right now, so that you can kind of disregard that. But it does give us, when we go stealth, we're going to gain some damage rating versus enemies that aren't targeting us. Obviously, if we're stealth, they won't be targeting us, so that works out pretty good. But the bonus there for the melee power in the Shield Issue Gauntlets really doesn't help us. And of course, when our health drops below 30%, we go stealth and we summon a shield agent to assist us for 20 seconds. So, pretty good. The 4 ranks in the spycraft powers is pretty good. We compare that to the gloves. The gloves basically gives us a little bit more defense, some damage rating versus slow targets, some tenacity versus freeze, some rare and fine, 14 chance to chill and slow the target, some extra health, some critical hit ratings, some tenacity, some brutal strike ratings, but only a +1 rank to all powers. So we lose quite a few ranks of powers by switching these out. So I'm not really using the gloves. If I find gloves that might give us more than just 1 rank on all powers, I might switch them out. And then last but not least, the fourth slot item over is either this explosive pack, or we've got these balanced reinforced stilettos. And of course you can kind of disregard some of the numbers because some of the levels here, you can see the level of the stilettos are level 40, while the explosive pack is level 50. So I'd have to actually upgrade the boots to level 40 to kind of get a better comparison. But because of what they do, the boots give us ranks in acrobatics assaults, sweep kick, and deadly kick. These are all melee ones. So if I was going to build a melee character, I would probably use, obviously I would use these boots. I would use the item that gives the melee power. I would definitely use the Natasha's Shield issue gauntlet, because of course that gives us a bonus to melee. So there's kind of a couple different ways to build this character based on what items you have. The other thing that we found, and this is was really tempting, was this item here. As far as the second slot goes over, I've not found anything for her at second slot. You can see that this is for any hero, but it fit in really good with her because of the spirit cost reduction, gives us some extra health, gives us some extra energy, gives us rank in all of our powers, and of course gives us a size increase. So I was like, oh, this is definitely for her. Then I found this item, or picked up this item. This item is going to be huge for somebody. Again, it's for any hero, but it gives you 6,660 health regeneration per minute, which is huge. I've never seen one. I've seen a couple 2s and some 4s. I've never seen a 6,000 before. And I had really thought about putting that in for her, because the problem is, to get Magneto's medal in there, we lose 1% of our current health when we hit with a power. So our health goes down quite a bit because of this, but we wanted this medallion because of the spirit cost reduction and being able to use our stinging barrage just non-stop. I want to be able to just hold my finger on that button and just blast away as fast as I can. So that's kind of my thoughts on everything. I just thought people out there that are playing this game or might be interested in looking at how some of the different characters operate. I will tell you one thing. I played this game when it first came out back in long time ago when it first came out, and some of my friends were excited. We all started playing it, and we are having great time and stuff. But some of my friends get kind of bored with it and are like, I'm just not excited. It's kind of the same thing. It's just nothing interesting. Blah blah blah. And so I kind of stopped playing it for a while because I didn't have anybody to play with and stuff. But nowadays, with all of the different options that they've got on these characters, you can really build characters different ways, and it makes it much more interesting. This character, like I was mentioning earlier, I saw another Black Widow. She was using definitely different powers than I had, and she was doing really good as well. So there's different ways. Yeah, definitely not going to be replacing that. Different ways to build characters now. They have, and even though they have kind of similar powers, like, I've been going through a lot of the different characters, and I use a lot of the same powers, but they all kind of do them kind of differently now, which is really cool. Like that roll forward. I use this, a power to get around the battlefield and be able to roll to get bubbles and stuff like that on the battlefield. And as I do that, I use whatever their powers for movement. And Natasha here, she goes into stealth mode, which will activate some of her other powers and abilities now. And really seems like after they went back, I know that they originally released, the characters that came out and yada yada yada, but then they went back and they started redoing a lot of the characters, and they're still in the process of doing that. I know that what's the hero that's they were doing this month? Supposed to be coming out in November is I think it's Cable. It might be the Punisher or Cable or something like that. Anyways, they're going around, they're redoing them, they're kind of looking at the powers, and they're trying to basically create new and interesting things for the powers for the characters. So everybody will have a signature power now. Some of the characters that are played that haven't been redone and gone through the powers, they don't have signature powers. Every character will have like their own special signature ability and power now. With the Omega system, where you can actually put points in. Oh, you know what? We haven't actually showed you what we did with our Omega points. We actually put him into right here. When you hit with a ranged power, you're going to gain 7 physical and energy damage rating buff for 5 seconds that can stack up to 5 times. So we put a point into that. What we were really after was this down here. And this one is expensive. It was like 100 points for each level. And so level 1 was 1% attack speed, and level 2 obviously was 2% attack speed. But what we were really going for was the 2% cost reduction to range powers, and that's going to play back into our Stinging Barrage, where we're going to just be able to rip that out and even faster and better. And of course, range powers create small explosions that deal 1,472 physical damage. You see, to get it up to 3%, it's going to cost us 120 more points. We have a total of 1 point. So, all right. Well, that's enough talking. Let's go kill something and show you how well she does at killing. All right. I'm hoping to actually get her up to level 60. She plays... Oh, we got power points. First thing we... Oh, here we go again. We have to kill these guys by the door. Okay. So we got power points. We must have went up a level, and I didn't see it. First thing we'll check is obviously our Stinging Barrage. We can't put a point into that yet. Next thing we will check is our signature power, which we can. So that's an option. And I'll check our other 2 favorite, which is our rolling grenades and our micro drones. And then, of course, if none of that will go in, then we'll put them into our passives. We've got a couple here. Our Kevlar bodysuit is a passive, and our Red Room Reflexes is a passive. And I think that's it. They've got some other things going on here, where you got this timed explosion, you throw out a couple mines on the ground, and then you can remote detonate them yourself, or you can just let the 6 seconds go by and it'll automatically explode. Yeah, just I didn't know if I wanted to actually put points on this, because I usually like to just focus in on just a couple characters, or not characters, a couple different abilities, and might as well put 2 into that, and yeah, let's max that out. What the hell? I like to focus in on just like 2 or 3 and really crank as most points into those as I can. You can see we also have our ultimate power, which I didn't get a chance to show you guys, but next time we come across some bosses, we will definitely look at that. Basically, it does a massive airstrike, and then some shield agents come in and start tearing things up, which is kind of cool. And we'll show you that when we have we get some bosses. It won't be but another minute or so. We'll you can see I can tear these guys just apart with this. If I need to, I can just start dropping my little grenades, or have my airstrike come in. That's my airstrike. Obviously there's not a target there, but you'll see all these missiles come in, which is really cool. But you can see our health takes a beating when we use that metal. I'm thinking about maybe trading that metal out, but we'll see. I like the spirit reduction cost because it's obviously huge. The problem is having all those extra health issues can be a problem. That's why I thought about replacing that. Alright, that's extra special item find for the pink there. Alright, we got some bosses. Let's go find the bosses here. See about getting our ultimate power. Oh, there's a, here we go, ultimate power. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Airstrike, there's the airstrike, and now all the shield agents are coming in. See them all there, they're kind of in hovering suits and stuff. Awesome. Kind of hard to see the airstrike when there's a whole bunch of animations going on, but we got an Omega point. We're up to 2 now. We're going bullet time here. I mentioned the cool thing about bullet time is they will ignore me as a target, which is very good. So I can drop some more grenades on the ground, drop some more bombs. Of course, when I get a chance, I'll throw my little Widow's Kiss out there, and that basically makes them vulnerable to damage for 10 seconds. Plus, it does some damage to them. We'll look at that. That's kind of actually, it's kind of an underrated power, and one of the actual items that I have actually gives us a bonus to that. Let's look at it really quickly here. So it does 6,000 energy damage twice per second. So basically 12,000 energy damage for 5 seconds. So 12 times 5, so 60,000. More importantly, it weakens the enemy, so they'll do 10% less damage for 5 seconds. So they won't be able to do as much damage to me, so that's always a good thing. And we'll go stealth, and you watch. We'll be able to just walk right by enemies and not even know that we're there. Nope. Alright. And it's good to see that they got the, as a side note here, they got the they got the Midtown Patrol fix, where you can actually have other people in the game now with you. The last week or so, we've been actually running without other people because of the issue. They've come across some kind of a bug or something in the system, I think, that wouldn't allow you to join up with other people in a game like we have today. So, really, how long do you think you're gonna last? So now that I'm stealth, I can really just run around. Nobody can see me. I can't understate some of these powers that I was like, you know, in the beginning you start playing, you're like, oh, that's stupid. I'm never gonna use that. Like the ability to see the guys on the in the mini map. Oh, that's stupid. I'm not gonna put that in there. What good is that? I can't understate. I can't overstate how important having some of these other little abilities like that can make a big difference in how things operate and work. And we'll go bullet time again here. Wrong button. Here we go. Oh, and I do have a little invulnerability thing there that pops up every once in a while. Must be on one of my items or something. Okay, well, we got to get sentinels, so we might as well kill them. That's part of our job today. Okay, this is perfect. Alright, we've already completed our...
And now you will fall.
Already got enough sentinels for today. We have to kill like 20 of them or something. See how fast this gun shoots with all of our bonuses and everything. Throw grenades out there. Throw some bombs.
And now you will fall.
It's all good. Oh, sounds like we got enemies here. Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, he's not going to last long very at all. Yep. Can't. Oh, there she is. Throw some stuff in her face there.
On my watch.
See how long we've gotten this going, and I know it's kind of hard to see with all these other effects going on, but we were just basically just ripping the whole time.
I will add
I didn't take her finger off the treasure at all. And I love some of the comments she has. If it, you know, the one comment she has that's just beautiful is, I'll tell you when I'm done here, this guy. She says, if it makes any difference, in my report you'll sound tougher. Which is a really kind of cool little statement there. Obviously she says it a lot better than I say it, but in my report I'll make you sound tougher. Basically when she comes in and kicks everybody's ass. Ah,
You've been
yes.
standing there, Natasha.
So that is a good look at Black Widow. We'll probably come back and check out some more action here in a little bit. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.